I will campaign for everybody, campaign for Peter Obi vigorously to make sure he is the next president of Nigeria. He's my focus, and my eyes are on the ball. You see, I'm working with a team in the presidential campaign. I'm sure I'm going to work with the electoral committee. So we have a team there that we are developing the app we have every day. That's going to be more superior to that of INEC. That's my focus. So when we talk about, they didn't, well, I won't be blaming the officials.
So you're not leaving the party also?
No way. But if Peter Obi leaves tomorrow, I will take a walk. Yeah.
Okay, so you are there essentially
yes.
to deliver Mr.
Absolutely.
Peter Obi as president
Absolutely.
of Nigeria. Okay.
Absolutely. So I will not do anything to harm that vision and dream. For me, my focus is on delivering Peter Obi as the next president of Nigeria. Because I believe that's where we are going to reset this country. I had used this word before, that the only man that has the passcode or the password to reset this country is Mr. Peter Gregory Obi.
Before we move on, let me ask you, because you've said a lot of glowing stuff about Mr. Peter Obi, can Peter Obi actually do it alone? Because the judiciary, the legislature, in fact, my biggest fear actually is the legislature, because the guys who are going there are not going there for anything but to amass wealth. Let me use allegedly. The parties itself, the people in the party are looking for their own bite of the cake. How far can Peter Obi go, assuming he wins, to make this change?
They say when the head is sick, the body is in trouble. You have a good head, one good head. Every other thing will fall into line. When Buhari won elections, Jonathan lost. That was when I came to Congress. Jonathan lost. But my consolation was, okay, we have a guy that's going to straighten everybody up. So that should be good for this country. But he was not able to do that. I even heard the civil servants. Most of them were sitting they were on their desk before 8 a.m.
Yeah.
The first 6 months, when nothing was changing, they went back to their own ways. So what does that tell you? So if you have one good head, that on inauguration day in that Eagle Square will say, my fellow Nigerians, I am not going to take bribe. My wife doesn't have any office in Aso Rock Villa. You didn't vote for my children. So nobody will come to you in my name. Not party, nobody. From execution of contract and all that. Be rest assured that I will not take a dime of your money. And he goes to Aso Rock Villa and nobody will hear any such thing. Everybody will sit up. So if you are a civil servant and you bend anything, they take you to court, charge you to court, and jail you. Just the example with one or two people. Which Obasanjo tried to do. So till date, Obasanjo has been the best president we have produced. If Obasanjo could do it then at that level, why can't any other person do it? So let Peter Obi get there. Most of us will rally around him. And then he will succeed. There are so many Nigerians that want Peter Obi to succeed. More than those that do not want. Because those that want the status quo to be maintained are those that believe they are benefiting from it. But we are not traveling anywhere if we continue on this journey. So that's how we need somebody that will set the record straight. And let's begin to do the right things for once. And I can tell you for free, with Peter Obi there, there will be a massive turnaround. Because his leadership, this man is Magafulu of Tanzania. The guy went there. They stopped borrowing. The machines that were not working in the hospitals are not, within how many weeks or whatever, they fixed all of them. Things started working. Yeah. They said COVID killed him, but I'm sure they killed him.
Let's switch gears. You were in the House, 8th and 9th.
Yes.
8th and 9th. Femi Gbajabiamila was once your leader and then speaker, I believe. Okay.
He was my speaker, not my leader.
Speaker. Okay,
yeah,
both.
We will call him leader because I was not in his party.
Okay, exactly. Okay. So my question is, when you heard of this gale of scandals, particularly, of course, there were rumors of payment for jobs, payment for appointments, and that was everywhere. It was rife everywhere. But then, of course, this recent allegation of the Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council, where a certain individual said he was offered DG of the agency, and then he paid 400 million, remaining 200 million outstanding, and then it was denied. Okay, there was a disagreement over the takeoff grant of the agency, run into tens of billions. They asked him to bring 48%. All of those, he met with everybody that needed to be met with, took pictures with all the big people, including the FCC chairs, I might add. So, it's a huge scandal now. Before that dust settled, then NUPRC. When you hear all of this, Honorable Sir.
Okay. Femi Oluwafemi Ahmed okay, Gbajabiamila would not do any of these things. Let's assume he's even doing them. Would not do any of these things without the approval of the president.
You think so?
Absolutely. And he's still there as the chief of staff. He's still there as chief of staff. He's only an errand boy.
This is a new dimension you are introducing.
He's only an errand boy. Okay, you see, I was in the house when we got in 2015. A couple of people that came from Lagos in the House of Assembly. They were civil servants that I was quite close to. They told me when we hear people talk about corruption in the federal and what they are calling corruption, you see, one of them told me, I laugh. This guy was a permanent secretary. He said, I laugh. If you go on, if you know the corruption happening in the state, you will not call what is happening in the federal corruption. So, if somebody is pretending over this corruption, and you are pointing to the errand man, you have missed it. You have missed it. He's a foot soldier for somebody. So till you begin to change your lenses, and then focus on whoever is behind it. In my place, they say somebody dresses a masquerade. Or somebody will have to dress up a masquerade. So Femi is not the masquerade. The masquerade is there. He's just an errand boy. And of course, that's why he's still there. Again, you see, now I reference Peter Obi. He says, I will not take. And so nobody around me can take. So imagine if it's Peter Obi that's in the villa. And you are hearing all this. The very first one, he would have sent him to EFCC. To say, finish the investigation before we hear anything about him again. But that the man is still there tells you that it's not him.
So you think all this drama of the president mandating ICPC, because it came very late, actually. We had made noise, followed it, back to back, bumper to bumper, like we say in the media, before the president finally caved in and mandated ICPC. And I am one of those who thinks it did not even have to mandate ICPC. ICPC, FCC, they should be triggered automatically when there's a whiff of scandal. Anyway, so he did that, and the ICPC were to submit there. So you think all of that is just drama, nothing is going to come out of it?
Unless maybe he wants to sacrifice him, because they all do that. Unless he wants to sacrifice him to say, look, guy, even the fellow that they claim is a fake DG.
Yes.
We saw a picture of him looking miserable in a police station. But how did he get into Abuja? We saw a video where he flew private jet into Abuja. So all this want to just to get the guy to admit and so that everything will be settled behind the scene. It's all RNG. There has been no government that has been as corrupt as this government till date in Nigeria.
Really?
That's why they cannot get a second term.
Wow.
If they get a second tenure, they will save this country. Because from day one, they didn't come in to govern. From day one, from Eagle Square, that day on the day of inauguration, they started campaigning for second tenure. No plans to govern this country. Just the power, grab, run with it, save the whole country.